Welcome to The Functional Esthetician, a podcast where skin health meets whole body wellness. I'm Samantha Dench, a licensed esthetician of 22 years, owner of Skin Deep Aesthetics, author, and a student of functional medicine. My mission is to help you see the bigger picture because healthy skin starts from within. In each episode, we'll explore the gut-skin axis, hormones, nutrition, skincare, and wellness tools you can use to transform your skin. Welcome to the Functional Esthetician Podcast. I'm your host, Samantha Dench. Today we're talking about how seasonal changes affect your skin. As the seasons change, your skin begins to freak out. And no, you're not imagining it. This actually does happen. In this episode, we're talking about why weather changes impact your skin and what you can do to keep your skin happy and hydrated in the colder months. If you've ever said to yourself, my skin has a mind of its own when the weather changes, this episode's for you. Please enjoy. Let's start with one of the biggest complaints clients have in the fall: tight, dry, or sensitive skin. I live in Chicago, so we go from hot, humid summers to cold, dry, windy winters. Naturally, your skin is going to feel that shift. Fun fact, it takes your skin 10 days to adjust to a new temperature. In the fall, when the weather fluctuates, our skin freaks out because it's trying to figure out, is it humid? Is it dry? What do I need to do to adjust? And when the weather is going up and down within the matter of 24 to 48 hours, no wonder why our skin is acting up this time of year. In the fall, the temperatures drop and lack of humidity impacts our skin barrier. And why is this important? Your skin barrier is the first line of protection. A strong barrier maintains skin hydration levels, skin tone, balances oil, and protects from external aggressors. A compromised skin barrier causes the skin to feel tight, dry, and sensitive. In the fall, when temperatures drop, it creates something in our skin called transepidermal water loss. This is a measure of the integrity of the skin's barrier function. And what transepidermal water loss basically means is water is evaporating from your skin. And drinking more water will not solve this problem because this is a problem of your skin barrier. If your barrier is damaged due to overexfoliation, harsh skincare products, or topical medications, nothing you put on your skin topically will help minimize your dry skin. Here's an analogy to help you understand what's going on with your skin better. Think of our skin cells stacked in layers, like a brick wall. The cells are the bricks, and there's a glue that holds them in place. If we are to overexfoliate or damage this protective wall, this creates microscopic tears in the skin. Over time, the skin barrier begins to break down. Now picture a 100-year-old building. The bricks are cracked and chipped, there's holes in the mortar, and it just looks run down. That's what a compromised skin barrier looks like, which is why you can put moisturizer and skincare products on and nothing's going to fix it because the water is going to keep coming out of those little cracks and holes. So the goal of your skincare products is to repair your skin barrier and start to seal in some of those cracks and repair those bricks. If you think of a brand new building with a brand new brick wall, that's what your skin barrier should look like. Now, there's other factors that can also impact your skin barrier. Hormonal fluctuations, like we talked about last week, and stress. Topical medications and oral medications can also impact the skin. The good news is your skin is an organ, and it can repair itself with the right tools. How do you know if your skin barrier is compromised? Your skin will tell you. In the last few episodes, we talked about paying attention to your skin to look for signals and signs. When your barrier is compromised, your skin will tell you. How many of you remember back in the day when we used to use eczema pads and sea breeze toner? If your skin didn't feel squeaky clean, you were doing something wrong or your product wasn't strong enough. Now we know better, And we've learned that squeaky clean feeling is actually your skin screaming at you because that product is too strong for your skin. Another way your skin tells you the barrier has been compromised is when you apply a product and within an hour, your skin still feels dry. That is transepidermal water loss, and your skin is telling you that nothing you're putting on is going to help it. What can you do to repair your skin barrier? This is where my zone of genius comes in, and I simplify your skincare routine. I strip it down to the basics. So here's what you're going to do. Twice a day, you're going to wash with either a cream base or oil cleanser and moisturize. That's it. And then once a week, you're going to use either an enzyme or a gommage to gently exfoliate your skin. That weekly gentle exfoliant maintains cell turnover and prevents cellular buildup. Do this routine for 6 weeks, and you'll be shocked at how good your skin looks. It really is that simple. I have been implementing this simple skincare routine in new clients for many years, and I can't tell you when they come in a month later for their next facial how amazing their skin looks. And if you want to know what products I recommend, I did drop a link to my website in the show notes, along with a 15% off coupon for your first purchase. Before we talk about breakouts, I want to talk about 3 skin conditions that often get confused: dry skin, dehydrated skin, and sensitive skin. Dry skin is a condition that you're born with. True dry skin types have very tiny pores, very little oil production. They tend to be pale and prone to sunburns. Some medications, topical medications, perimenopause, and menopause can cause dry skin. Dehydrated skin is where you get confused. Dehydrated skin happens from a compromised skin barrier. The skin becomes dry from an external source. This stimulates your oil glands to kick in to compensate for the lack of water. Dehydrated skin feels dry, but when you touch it, it's actually oily and has a rough texture to it. Dehydrated skin is caused from harsh skincare products, overexfoliation, topical medications, and overdoing skincare. Sensitive skin is a term we toss around when we put something on our skin and it burns or feels irritated. Let's back up a bit because true skin sensitivity is like an allergic reaction to a product or an ingredient. So your skin ends up having a histamine response. But dehydrated skin becomes sensitive due to a compromised skin barrier. Hormonal imbalances such as PCOS, menopause, and perimenopause stimulate something called prostaglandins. This causes your skin to become more sensitive and reactive during a hormonal fluctuation. If you are experiencing any of these skin conditions that we've talked about, I highly recommend scheduling an appointment with a holistic esthetician. They can help assess your skin, offer some guidance, and help you start to restore and repair your skin barrier. If you're having skin problems from internal issues, they can help support your skin while your body heals. To minimize some of these results, here's some things you can do at home. Add a humidifier to your bedroom when you sleep. If it's windy outside, limit your time outdoors. And avoid hot showers. Trust me, I get it. That's a tough one for me. I am one to take skin burning showers. And yes, I know better, but I'm always freezing. And I swear it's the only way to warm up in the morning. If your skin barrier is compromised, you'll start to see dullness, skin texture changes, and breakouts. And this brings us to our next topic. Does it seem like weather changes bring on skin that makes you look like a teenager again? Fall tends to bring clients back in for facials because not only are you now dealing with dry skin, but breakouts are starting to pop up out of nowhere. I mentioned earlier it takes 10 days for your skin to adjust to a new temperature. When the humidity drops and the dry air literally starts to suck the life out of your skin, it activates your oil glands. And this is why you break out in the fall. All right, you know I'm a skin nerd, so we're going to go back to science class. So we have 2 liquid components, oil and water. We've already talked a lot about water, so now let's talk about oil. We all know oil and water don't mix, but yet in the pores, our skin has both oil and water. When the skin becomes dry and loses water, it activates the oil glands. This is an attempt to protect our skin barrier. If you've ever felt oily and dry at the same time, this is why. You're lacking water and your oil glands are going into overdrive. This can cause clogged pores, bacteria buildup, and ultimately acne breakouts. When this is going on, this is dehydrated skin. And we did touch on this a few minutes ago. This is another sign of dehydrated skin. When your skin feels oily, but when you touch it, it feels dry or has a rough texture to it. Another thing I want to talk about with dehydrated skin are those little white bumps underneath the skin. This is a sign of trapped oil. See, when there's enough water in our skin, it floats the oil up out of the pores. And if our skin's dry, we're producing extra oil, but we don't have enough water to float that oil out of the skin. So what ends up happening is oil gets trapped under the skin and it causes those little white bumps. Now, this is not milia. Milia is a completely different skin condition, and we will cover this in a different episode. And during a facial, they can be extracted out. But you also have to do your part and help restore your skin barrier between facial appointments. In last week's episode, I talked about how when we have something going on with our skin, we attack it by running out and buying skincare products that are going to fix the problem. If you're suffering from those little white bumps and have trapped oil, you're no different. And sometimes you can't even see those bumps, but when you run your hand across your face, you can feel them. By the time a client comes to see me with this condition, they have tried many different skincare products and nothing they've done seems to help. It's actually making their skin worse. Now, what they've done without even knowing is they've damaged their skin barrier. And at that point, they don't know what else to do. Here's what your typical client does. They over-exfoliate. They use harsh scrubs. They use acne products. They use gel cleansers, foaming cleansers, acids, because they believe that that's going to get rid of the skin problem. They're probably using salicylic acid, which dries out the pore even more. Do you see the common theme? Everything this person has tried has made their skin worse because it's pulled out all the water and it's activated the oil glands. So the problem's going to get worse, not better. And it's really not your fault because you go on social media and all these skin experts will tell you exactly what to do to exfoliate, to get rid of those white bumps, and to clear your acne. But all they've done is giving you the wrong advice because what you're doing is you're breaking down your skin barrier. You're destroying your brick wall. And you don't even know it. So when a client comes to see me, I strip their skincare down to very basic. Cleansers twice a day, moisturizer twice a day, and a once a week exfoliant. And that's it. Our goal is to heal and repair the skin barrier, restore hydration to the skin, get rid of those little white bumps or all that trapped oil with extractions during your facial, and let your skin start to restore itself back to balance. And when I send a client home with skincare products, I tell them not to do anything for at least 6 weeks because your skin needs time to adjust. This is another common problem I see when clients come in for a facial. They have tried so many different products, and most people switch products too often. Here's why that's bad. Our skin cells completely replace themselves every 28 days. We call this a cell cycle. And this is why when I send a client home with new products, I tell them to give it at least 6 weeks because I want their skin to go through a full cell cycle. This gives your skin time to adjust to the new products. And if you're somebody that switches products frequently, you're never going to get the full benefit of your skincare products. And another thing that can happen during this 4 to 6 week cell turnover time is that your skin can start to purge. And we look at purging and we think, ooh, I got a breakout from this product. this product must be bad. I have to send it back and go back to what I was using. Instead, we need to look at the skin and go, oh, this is actually my skin purging. When you try a new product, your skin does need to purge, and it can take a full cell cycle, and here's why. Purging is different than acne because purging is temporary. Acne tends to stick around. Skin purging happens when you start a new skincare product or you add an active into your routine. This active can stimulate cell turnover, like a retinol or an acid. Those will cause skin purging. Skin purging brings impurities up to the surface, and it detoxes your cells. Purging tends to leave your skin with even breakouts all over the face. Purging can last about 4 to 6 weeks. This is normal. But this is also when many people stop their skincare products and go back to what they were using before because they believe that they had a reaction. Purging is normal and temporary, and it should clear up by the 6-week mark. Acne tends to last longer than 6 weeks and worsens over time. One final note about swapping out skincare products. Swapping out skincare products for the cooler months is actually normal. This is something important and something I do with most of my clients in the fall months because I will take them out of their foamy or gel cleanser and put them in a cream or oil cleanser. I'll back off on their exfoliant. If they tend to be a little bit older or naturally have dry skin or they're in the middle of a hormonal fluctuation, I'll add in some hydrating serums to help hold that moisture in. And I will bump up their moisturizer to something a little bit more emollient to hold water in and to help prevent evaporation. For some of you, seasonal shifts cause more than dry skin and breakouts. It can trigger skin conditions like rosacea or eczema. Let's talk about that. If you deal with eczema or rosacea, your skin doesn't just get dry, it gets angry. When the weather shifts, temperatures drop, wind picks up, and cold temps trigger inflammation. The biggest culprit here is lack of humidity. When humidity decreases, it weakens the skin barrier. This makes you more susceptible to dryness, irritation, and flare-ups. To make it worse, we turn the heat on in our house, and the dry air pulls moisture from our skin. For someone without eczema or rosacea, you feel the dryness in your skin. But add in inflammatory skin conditions, and everything just gets worse. Sudden shifts from hot to cold stimulate your blood vessels to dilate. This worsens rosacea and causes flare-ups. I'm going to bust this myth right now. Sensitive skin and rosacea flare-ups are two separate skin conditions. Sensitive skin means you have a reaction to a product or ingredient, and that causes a histamine response. Rosacea is a skin condition that causes flushing or acne-like bumps. Rosacea is triggered by hot or cold, spicy foods, alcohol, or stress. Eczema, on the other hand, is also known as dermatitis. This chronic skin condition is characterized by itchy, red, scaly skin. Eczema is triggered by dry air, temperature changes, and increased sweating under layers of clothes. The best way to help with rosacea and eczema is to be proactive. Maintain a healthy skin barrier. Use gentle skincare products that support your skin barrier and help with skin hydration. Think cream or oil-based cleansers, heavy moisturizers, and hydrating serums. Avoid harsh scrubs or foaming cleansers, toners, fragrance, acids, or retinol. Avoid hot showers, extreme temperatures, spicy food, and wind. Avoid inflammatory foods such as gluten, dairy, sugar, or anything processed. In previous episodes, we've talked about the importance of a healthy gut impacting our skin. If you're eating inflammatory foods, your skin is going to show it. Rosacea and eczema are known inflammatory skin conditions, and more research is coming out tying them to the health of our gut. Gut health is everything, and if you don't have a healthy gut, your skin is going to show it. Start to work on healing your gut, and you'll be amazed at how great your skin starts to look. and start to incorporate mindfulness into your life. Last week in our hormone episode, we talked about stress and how mindfulness can help ease stress from your life. Easing up stress is important because it helps your body's stress response. It improves cortisol levels, and it prevents flare-ups. Stress creates inflammation, and it weakens your immune system and your skin barrier. Lastly, make sure you're getting enough sleep. When we sleep, our body repairs itself. If you don't get enough sleep, your body can't restore itself, leaving you fatigued and exhausted. Plus, this activates cortisol and keeps your body in a stressed state. Remember, your skin isn't broken. It's communicating with you. When you learn how to pay attention, you'll understand exactly what your skin needs and how to adjust and support your skin through every seasonal change and every season of life. I'd like to end today's episode with one small step you can start taking today. This is a fun exercise I like to do. Inventory all your skincare products in your bathroom. Pull it all out of the cabinet and put it on the counter. What's been sitting there for a while that you haven't touched in at least 6 months? And is it expired? Then toss it. I know, I hate throwing away good skincare products too. But let's be real. If you haven't touched that product in at least 6 months, chances are you're going to put it back in your cabinet and it's going to sit there for another 6 months. So just get rid of it. Now, whatever you have left, take a look and assess your products. Do you need all of those products? Think about how each product makes your skin feel. Does your cleanser leave your skin feeling squeaky clean? If so, it's time to put that cleanser aside until the spring and opt for a cream or oil cleanser instead. What about your serums? First off, do they actually work? Or are you using them because you're looking for your skin to improve? And if you're using it, are you seeing improvement? If you're not seeing improvement, don't use that product. It's not working. If it doesn't make your skin feel good, stop using that product. I know I sound harsh, but the goal with this exercise is to simplify your skincare routine. And also, I want you to grab all of your products and think to yourself, why are you using that product? Is it actually making a difference with your skin? Lastly, what about your moisturizer? Is it hydrating enough? Or does your skin feel dry after applying it? Now with moisturizers, this is a two-part question. 1, too aggressive of a cleanser, or you're over-exfoliating? And 2, is that moisturizer hydrating enough? If you need product recommendations, I've linked our website in the show notes, along with a 15% off coupon code. If you need product help, message me on social media. I'm happy to schedule a time to chat. Thank you for listening. Today we talked about seasonal changes and how this impacts your skin. Please head over to our social media page and let's have a little fun. Take a picture of all the skincare products you pulled out of your bathroom cabinet and make sure to tag me in it at SkinDeepIL. Be sure to tune in to episode 8. We are going to talk about what foods to eat and what foods to avoid for better skin. And always remember, you deserve to love the skin you're in. As estheticians, we have such a unique opportunity to not only care for the skin on the surface, but to guide our clients towards deeper wellness. If this episode gave you something to think about, share it with me on Instagram at SkinDeepIL. I look forward to connecting with you there. And if you enjoyed this conversation, subscribing and reviewing the podcast helps others find these conversations too. And always remember, you deserve to love the skin you're in.